Hello students, now I am going to start question number 4 of exercise 5.3. Now question number 4 says numbers 1 to 10 are written on 10 separate slips. One number on one slip. Slip means like this. On this piece of paper, number is mentioned from 1 to 10 and here one number on one slip. Okay, like this we have 10 slip. Now here one slip is chosen from the box. Suppose these pieces of paper, these slips are kept in a box, and without looking into it you are finding, you are withdrawing this paper from the box. Now what is the probability of, in the first part we have getting a number 6. Now what do you mean by probability? Probability means chance of getting a number 6. Now how do we find the probability? We write the total possible outcomes in the denominator. Now here how many sleeves are there? That will be the total possible outcome. Since here 10 sleeves are there, all total we have 10 sleeves. So 10 possible outcomes which we'll write in the denominator, and in the numerator we'll write favorable outcome. Favorable outcome means the number which we are finding. Here we are finding a number 6. Now as 6 is mentioned only on one slip, so how many times will it be appeared? Since it is mentioned only on one slip, so there is a chance of getting 6 is 1. So the probability of getting a number 6 will be 1 by 10. 1 is called favorable outcome and 10 is the total possible outcome. Okay. Now coming to next part. Now in the next part we have getting a number less than 6. Now what are the numbers? What are the slips are there which is less than 6? Now see, from 1 to 5 these all are less than 6. So what is the probability of getting a number less than 6? So the probability of the number less than 6 is, as the total number of slips are 10, which we will write in the denominator, 10 is the total possible outcome, and here how many slips are there which is less than 5? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 slips are there which is less than 6, right? So the probability of getting a number less than 6 will be 5 by 10. Now this 5 and 10 both comes under 5's table. So it can be reduced by 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So the probability will be 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2 means 50% chance of getting a number less than 6. Okay. Now coming to third part. In the third part we have what is the probability of getting a number greater than 6. In the previous question we have found the number which is less than 6. Now in this part we will have to find the number which is greater than 6. So probability of a number greater than 6 will be, now how many numbers are there which is greater than 6? Here we have 10 total sleep, right? Now here out of this, these are the number which is greater than 6, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. That means 4 sleeps are there, right? So we'll write 4, which is called favorable outcome. Now in the denominator we'll write the total possible outcome. So total possible outcome means how many sleeps are there. Here all total we have 10 sleeps. So the probability of getting a number greater than 6 will be 4 by 10. Now 4 by 10 can be reduced further because 4 and 10 both comes under 2's table. So 2 2's are 4, 2 5's are 10. So the probability of getting a number greater than 6 will be 2 by 5. Okay. Now in the fourth part we have what is the probability of getting a number, getting a one digit number. Now one digit number means if you see the sleeps from 1 to 10, from 1 to 9, from 1 to 9, these all are having one digit, right? From 1 to 6 and 7 to 9 means 1 to 9 all are having one digit. Only 10 is having two digit numbers, so we cannot include, we won't be included 10. Okay, so we will have to find a probability of getting one digit number. One digit number, how many one digit number is there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9 one digit number is there. Okay, so the probability of getting one digit number will be In the numerator we'll write 9 because 9 one digit number is there. 10 we cannot include in this set. Okay, and in the denominator we'll write the total number of outcomes, which is 10, as there are 10 sleeps. So the probability of getting one digit number will be 9 by 10. Okay, now coming to question number 5. Now question number 5 says, if you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sectors, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector, what is the probability of getting a green sector? Now this is a spinning wheel. How we have made this? From the center, if you join the radius to the boundary, if you join the two radius, then it is said to be sector, one sector. Here we have 5 sector. All total we have 5 sector. Now it is said that if you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sector, that means here G, here also G, here also G. 3 green sectors are there, and in one blue sector, so it's B, and 1 red sector, so it's R. Okay, so in this way we have made the spinning wheel. Now there will be one pointer on the spinning wheel. Now we will have to find the probability of getting a green sector. So what will be the probability of getting a green sector? Now to find this, we need to find the total number of outcomes, and here total sectors are 5. So the total number of sectors will be the total outcomes. Okay, since here 5 sectors are there, so outcomes will be 5. Okay, now as G is mentioned on 3 sectors, so the probability of getting a green sector will be 3 by 5. 3 is the favorable outcome and 5 is the total possible outcome. Okay, so here 5 sectors total, all total we have 5 sectors, so 5 is written in the denominator, and out of 5 sectors G is mentioned only on 3 sectors, so it will be 3 by 5. Okay, now in the next part we have what is the probability of getting a non-blue sector. Non-blue sectors means it can be any color other than blue, so it can be considered as red, green. Okay, we cannot consider blue, as here it is given that we will have to find the probability of getting a non-blue sector. So this is blue sector, so we will not consider this one. Okay, so other than blue we can consider any color. So what is the probability of non-blue sector? So here total number of sectors are 5. Now excluding blue sector, how many other sectors are there? Okay, excluding blue sector, we will have to consider the non-blue sector. Okay, so here in all 4 sectors G and R is mentioned, so all we will have to take excluding blue, because all comes under non-blue sectors. So here non-blue sectors are 1, 2, 3, 4. So the probability of getting non-blue sector will be 4 by 5. 4 will be the favorable outcome and 5 is the total possible outcome. Okay, now coming to the last question of this exercise. In this question we have find the probabilities of the events given in question number 2. Now question number 2 we have already done. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting. Now from the event only we get the probability. Now in question number 2 we got the outcomes of the event. Okay, now in this question we will have to find the probability. So in the first part we have a prime number. So what we have done in the previous question number 2, we just have found the outcomes of a prime number. Okay, like here when a die is thrown, what are the outcomes we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 possible outcomes, right? And out of which what are prime number? 2, 3 and 5. There are 3 prime numbers. Now when you have to find the outcomes, then it would be outcomes of a prime number, then it would be 2, 3 and 5. But we have to find the probability of a prime number. Okay, and as you know that while writing probability we write the total possible outcomes in the denominator. So here total outcomes are 6, so it will be 6. Okay, out of which there are 1, 2, Three prime numbers are there. So since 3 prime numbers are there, these 3 are called favorable outcome, which we'll write in the numerator. So the probability of getting a prime number will be 3 by 6. Now 3 and 6 both comes under 3's table. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So the probability of getting a prime number will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means half chance, 50% chance of getting a prime number when you throw a die. Okay. Now in the next part we have what is the probability of getting not a prime number. Not a prime number in this set, if you see from 1 to 6, which numbers are not prime? 1, 4 and 6. There are 3 numbers. There are 3 numbers which are not prime. So the probability of getting not prime number will be, we write the total number in the denominator, so it's 6. It will remain same as there are 6 possible outcomes, and out of this 3 not prime numbers are there, so we'll write 3 by 6. So again 3 by 6 can be written as 1 by 2. So 50% chance of getting a prime number, and there is 50% chance of getting a not prime number. Okay, now coming to next part. In the next part we have find the probability of number greater than 5. Now if you see these numbers here from 1 to 5, these all numbers are less than 5, less than 6, right? So we will have to write the number which is greater than 5. Greater than 5 means only 6 is there. That means only one number is there which is greater than 5. So the probability of getting greater than 5, getting a number greater than 5 will be, total number of outcomes are 6. So here we have written 6 in the denominator, and since greater than 5 only one number is there which is 6, so we'll write 1 by 6. So the probability of getting a number greater than 5 is 1 by 6. In the last part we have find the probability of getting a number not greater than 5. Now not greater than 5 means which are the number comes under this. So here not greater than 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also included among this, because it is said that not greater than 5. So 5, if you take 5 is not greater than 5, right? We cannot take 6 because 6 is greater than 5, but we can include 5 because 5 is not greater than 5. It's equal to 5, right? So probability of a number not greater than 5 will be, in the denominator we have 6 as there are 6 possible outcomes, and out of this which are the numbers comes which is not greater than 5. Not greater than 5 is not greater than 5. Which numbers comes under this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember 5 also will be included. We cannot take more than 5, but we can take up to this. We can take till number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers are there out of 6 numbers. So the probability of getting a number not greater than 5 is 5 by 6. Okay, so this was the last question of this exercise. If you have any doubt, any queries, leave a comment below. Thank you, students.